Hi and welcome to No Second Season. Today, this video is all about skateboards. A few years ago I said I'd like to learn to skateboard before I'm 60, and I'm 60 in January, so I need to get moving. I borrowed a friend's skateboard in the UK. I had a couple of rides on it, fell off twice, hurt my shoulder and elbow a couple of times, and then I forgot about it. When I came to Australia on a visit, I bought myself a cheap skateboard. I stood on it outside my daughter's house, fell off it, went over backwards, cracked my head quite bad, and put the skateboard away. 2 weeks ago, I retrieved my skateboard from my daughter's house, and I've been having a little play on it. So this video is all about where I'm at with that. And if you think I'm rubbish at playing the guitar and riding the mountain bike, then you want to see my skateboarding. First of all, I'm going to wear a hat. I've not bought one, I haven't got the money to buy one, so I'm using my mountain bike hat, and I'm just going to unscrew the visor. I don't know why you'd have a visor on a bike and not a skateboard, but I'm just doing it so it looks like a skateboard hat, so I don't look such a big twat when I'm out on the street. So just unscrewing the visor. There we go. I've watched many beginner skateboard videos on YouTube, and it's not a criticism of them, because, you know, these people can really skate, but they're not nearly 60 years old when they learnt, and so I'm not sure they fully understand just how hard it is when you're 5'8" tall like I am, you're a bit wobbly, you've got a high degree of fear and self-preservation. And they seem to rush, you know, 1 minute it's you stand like this and you scoot and you go off, and then you zigzag and you tic-tac, and then you can start doing tricks. Well, none of it worked for me, except I could pick little bits out, how to stand, what not to do. So I'm not telling you how to skateboard. This isn't a tutorial, because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll show you what I've done to get by and how I'm progressing, which, like the guitar, is really slowly. This is the board I bought. It's a cheap one. It was 50 bucks from a local sports shop. I didn't think there was any point in going to a proper skate shop who'd want to sell me something really fancy, because I might not be any good or even continue with it. Now, the one thing you'll find when you first get it is just how fast these move, and you don't realise it. So you sort of step on it, and it goes off, and you instantly fall over backwards. So just bear in mind, it's very, very slippery. So what I done was I took my yoga mat, which slows it down, gives it a bit of traction. When you lean, it's on rubber bushes and it tilts. So what I've been doing is standing on it here, bending your knees. You need your knees bent, and just tilting backwards and forwards. So something for me was to feel comfortable with the board and not fear it. So I've spent the time these last couple of weeks just playing on the yoga mat with it, just messing about, trying to pick it up, standing, bending my knees, wobbling about. So then I thought I'd try some actual skating, just in a straight line. And you wouldn't believe how hard it is if you're as unskilled and untalented as I am. So, and I couldn't steer to save my life. So I'd scoot very tentatively and I'd be looking down at the board, and that's all I'd do. And I did that for days. Now, 2 weeks on, I've learnt something that I should have been doing, and I'm a lot more comfortable now. And that is, don't look down at your feet. Look ahead, and it will actually, you'll end up going where you want to go. And it's like anything, like riding a bike, motorbike, or driving a car. Look where you want to go, not where you're going, as they say. So I did this for days, just every time I could be bothered, getting on it and just riding a little bit and then stopping. Now be careful when you get off. Make sure you get one foot on the floor and you put all your weight on that foot. Don't leave weight on the board, because again, if you do that, you put your foot down, the weight's on the board scoots off, and you end up on your arse. Since I've been doing this these last 2 weeks, now I'm touching wood here, I haven't fallen once because I've taken it really easy and really slowly. So this is where I started. I'd scoot and then I'd ride. And I was wobbly like that for the first 10 days. And it's only yesterday it suddenly clicked with me that look up, look forward to where you want to go, and have your body momentum going with the board momentum. And it's slightly clicked in my brain, and it's just so great when you just nail one little thing. So the board just then suddenly stopped in the crack of a tile. My body momentum was forwards, the board had stopped, so I run with it. Instead of falling, which I would have done before, my body momentum, I run with my body momentum to keep upright. But now I'm at a point where I can actually steer. It's very hard in here because it's flat, obviously, so the board doesn't keep going along. But I can actually ride and steer and decide where I want to go. If I want to ride into the hallway over there, I can do that now, whereas I couldn't before. And realising that last night, it was just so good. So that's where I'm at. It's raining today, so I'm not going out, but there's a nice, reasonably well surfaced, smooth road outside my house, and when there's not too many people about, I go out there and practice. It's on a slight incline, but it's actually hard to keep up momentum, whereas on these tiles it rolls very easily, which is a plus and a minus, double-edged sword. But that's where my skateboarding is at. I hope it progresses. Some other things I've been doing on my board, just to be comfortable with it. I've been jumping Just a little bit. That's all I can do at the moment. Having your knees bent is crucial. If you straighten your knees and then you need to lean backwards, you actually end up with nowhere else to go but stepping off. So bend them and you can lean right over and forward. If I straightened my legs and leant back, there's nowhere to go or forwards. So keep your knees bent. But yeah, jumping on the board, just to get the feel of it, just to not have a fear. Is good. When I'm out on the road, I will wear elbow pads and knee pads and my helmet. I haven't got any skater shoes. I'm just wearing my Lone Peak Ultras. It doesn't seem to be a problem. I can't afford $100 for a pair of skater shoes. As much as I'd like a pair, just to be cool, I can't afford them. So that's where I'm at. I hope there's been a few pointers here for you, if you're like me, a total beginner with no natural talent whatsoever. Good luck if you try it. Just remember how fast they move on smooth ground. That's what you got to bear in mind, and get over your fear of that movement by moving with it. Hopefully next time I will have progressed. I don't know what I should progress to. I think I should progress to perhaps a steeper hill where I can have momentum and sort of slalom down it. I think I could do that now. But I'm not sure. So I think that's my next thing, is going out somewhere on a hill and trying to slalom down it, and perhaps then start looking at getting up over cracks and things without falling off would be the next stage. And I suppose the final aim is to go to a skate park, or perhaps not, I don't know, it'll be really embarrassing. Anyway, I shall close this video here, and until next time, it's goodbye for now.
Apollo, le cha-cha-cha.